gentlemen, namaste and a very warm welcome to all of you to the Club World Web Talks 138th episode. In the last 137 episodes, we have talked to, interacted with more than 2,500 school leaders from 50 plus countries. And itne sare interactions mein, we are trying to put together the biggest repository of ideas for the K-12 space, and we are simply trying to know what's new going on in schools. तो आज के अगले 60 मिनट जो आप हमारे साथ खर्च करने वाले हैं, उन 60 मिनटों में हम आपसे जानने की कोशिश करेंगे टिपिकली एक स्कूल का जो सबसे एनर्जेटिक ग्रुप ऑफ चिल्ड्रन होता है, जिसको मैनेज करना सबसे टिपिकल या सबसे डिफिकल्ट भी होता है, एंड एट द सेम टाइम जिससे सबसे ज्यादा एवोल्यूशन एक स्कूल का होता है, उस पूरी टारगेट ऑडियंस को क्या एम्पावरमेंट की जरूरत है फर्स्ट, अगर है तो एम्पावरमेंट कैसे कैसे होना चाहिए और कैसे कैसे नहीं होना चाहिए, क्योंकि एम्पावरमेंट जब चालू होता है and when we start giving somebody the kind of rights, the powers for decision making, for leading things, so things can either go north or go south. तो दोनों तरफ से ध्यान रखते हुए how should the empowerment typically happen, जिसमें क्या क्या हमें ध्यान रखना चाहिए, कौन कौन से एलिमेंट्स हैं जिन पर हमें अपना ध्यान रखना चाहिए. Before we start today's talk, just two important things about the platform. Club World Web Talks is not a speech marathon, so the speaking time is limited. It's a kind of a speaking sprint. Once your time is over, you might get muted. If you get muted, please don't get offended. It is just to finish this activity on time. And more importantly, it's a bilingual platform, so you can use English or Hindi, whichever you're comfortable with. बस इसके अलावा कोई तीसरी भाषा इस्तेमाल प्लीज मत कीजिएगा, वो मेरी समझ से बाहर होगी. But still, if you want to do it, you can. Because भाषा का सम्मान पूरा है, but we need to understand that भाषा should be an enabler rather than a restriction. So thank you so much once again everybody for joining in. आज के इस 138वें एपिसोड में we'll try to know from you how critical, how important is empowering teens, and most importantly, how should we be empowering teens. So अगले 60 मिनटों में let's listen to our amazing lineup of school leaders who are right now running these amazing schools across different parts of India and the world, to know from them their perspective on empowering teenagers. So let me invite the first speaker for today, then we'll move on to one speaker to the other. Majorly, it's a discussion today only of school leaders. So there's no special guest today, but from all the school leaders, we would typically want your inputs on the topic, and please try to add as many different facets of the topic to the discussion as possible. So let me invite the first speaker for today, Mrs. Aradhana Rana, the director of the Icon Public School from Ahmednagar, Maharashtra. Aradhana ma'am, over to you for the next 3 minutes. Please unmute your audio and a very warm welcome.
Thank you, Daj. As always, honored to be on your platform. This is really, it's doing a great service in the education field. So, empowering teens, well, teens is a period in life that is like dawn, full of energy, hope, enthusiasm, idealism. Yet there is a lot of confusion, self-doubt, and apprehension. So there is this confidence of a feeling of, I can rule the world, I know everything. And yet there are moments of feelings of inadequacy and doubt. So with such contradicting emotions, it depends on the maturity and expertise of the adults who steer this child, man or woman into adulthood, how the teens are finally going to shape up. Now, too much support may cripple them into dependency, and too little can leave them feeling abandoned and directionless. So a delicate balance has to be maintained to empower them to rise to life's challenges, to give them the feeling of achievement and the motivation to prod ahead. How do we do that? One, trust them. Trust them to help them trust their own instincts and abilities. Two, provide them with opportunities to show how responsible they are. Three, let them make decisions. Help them to work through the pros and cons of more difficult choices in order to build decision-making skills. Four, make them accountable. Let them have the consequences of their actions. The most powerful way any human being can learn is by making mistakes. When our teenagers make a poor choice, don't resist the temptation or urge to jump in and smooth things out for them. Instead, let them experience the consequences, the need to know that they make a choice and they're accepting the consequences, is whether it's good or bad. That is very important. They'll grow into mature adults as a result of their own experiences. 5, teach them to be choosy about their peer group, choosy about the paths they take. Empower them with them such that they do not buckle under pressure of the peer group or circumstances. 6, empower them with a strong sense of self-worth and confidence by appreciating their efforts when they try. 7, empower the teenagers to be thinking, discerning, caring individuals, capable of making good choices in all areas of their lives by asking open-ended questions, by asking their opinions, their point of view. 8, empower them to turn ideas into action. There's no point having ideas if this is not translated into action. And they should remember who they are rather than how they look to their peer group. 9, listen to them without judgment and engage them in interesting conversation. Interesting according to them, not you. So give the teenager time to speak, express his or her point of view. When you speak, keep your comments brief and ask follow-up questions. And 10, last of all, if they ask a question, answer it briefly. Don't start using it as a teaching platform. You know, ज्ञान सबको होता है, सबके पास enough है. So I think one should let them flower out rather than preach.
Thank you so much, Aradhana. You gave a very powerful start to the complete platform. आपने पूरी एक अच्छी खासी लिस्ट हमें दे दी to look into. मैं उसमें से कुछ points निकाल लेता हूँ जो कि इस discussion में आगे we can continue. You define teenage as the dawn of life. Absolutely. Oxford University की एक research है जिसका अभी recent outcome है that humans grow dramatically in 2 age groups. पहला उनके जिंदगी के पहले 3 सालों में और दूसरा उनकी टीनेज में. टीनेज में उनका ट्रांजिशन बहुत जल्दी होता है from being a child to an adult, और इस ट्रांजिशनरी फेज में उन पर कंट्रोल एंड इंडिपेंडेंस, इन दोनों का कंटिन्यूस आपने बैलेंस रखना है. बट ये बैलेंस इज समथिंग दैट मोस्ट ऑफ द पीपल आर नॉट एबल टू फाइंड. इसी वजह से आप देखेंगे सबसे ज्यादा रेजिस्टेंस, सबसे ज्यादा फ्रिक्शन टीनेजर्स के साथ ही हो रहा होता है, एंड एट द एंड वो बहुत ज्यादा डांट खा रहे होते हैं थ्रू देयर कंप्लीट ग्रोथ ईयर्स. बट उस प्रोसेस को चेंज करने के लिए आई थिंक वो एम्पावरमेंट हैज टू कम फ्रॉम द स्कूल, द टीचर्स, द पेरेंट्स, एंड कहीं ना कहीं यहाँ पे पेरेंट का रोल और टीचर्स का रोल थोड़ा बड़ा हो जाता है रादर देन द टीनेजर हिमसेल्फ, बिकॉज ही इज राइट नाउ इन अ फ्लरी ऑफ इमोशंस. तो उस फ्लरी ऑफ इमोशंस में वो सब कुछ मैनेज कर पाए वो थोड़ा टिपिकल होता है. Instilling the confidence, giving him the confidence to trust his own instincts, making decisions, facing consequences, instilling self-worth. ये कुछ बातें हैं जो काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है, जो कि हमें ध्यान रखनी चाहिए. Let's know from other school leaders कि क्या ये एम्पावरमेंट इतना ड्रास्टिक, इतना ड्रामेटिक होना चाहिए या इसमें कुछ और चीजें कम ज्यादा, इसका टिपिकली व्हाट वी कैन से द स्पाइस मिक्स या स्पाइस प्लैटर कैसा होना चाहिए. Let me go to the next speaker for today, Mrs. Vamshri Priya Amar, the principal of MBJ International School from Bengaluru, Karnataka. Vamshri Priya, ma'am, over to you for the next 3 minutes. Please unmute your audio and a very warm welcome.
Yeah, am I audible? Yeah. Thank you, Daksh, for inviting me for this particular platform. And good evening, all of you who've gathered here. Talents of children are to be fostered by giving them opportunities to use and develop their skills. This creates a positive memory for them at home, school, and community. We all believe that the school is connected to society and the society is connected to school. Now, I think beyond this is the media as well. So not only home, school, community, but also through social medias, they should be given that kind of positive memories. And also setting an environment to recall their growing up was not a place where they were not rewarded and not encouraged. So it has to be very encouraging because each one has got their own innate potentials. And also, I feel it should ignite the metacognition skills and develop that kind of a covenant bonding with their own peers, with parents, with teachers, with educators, with facilitators, and with most commonly the neighborhood people. And this should be visioned from local to global. And this will help them to unmeet those important things which is required in the community. And also help them to manage their stress. That is the most important life skill. The empathy building, the effective communication, and the interpersonal skills and the time management as well as stress management. Look at these unprecedented times now. The emotional well-being and the mental well-being is so very, very important. And if they lose their cool, then obviously they're lost. And they do not know to whom they have to go up to. And this may lead to anxiety levels, and this may lead to aggression, and the value system of tolerance will be lopsided. So we need to keep all these things in mind. And yes, as I rightly mentioned, the cognitive domain should also enhance the metacognition skills in the children, and the ideation should generate so very well that they build from think to rethink and rethink, and it is infinite level. So that means to say the possible solutions are welcome, the doable solutions of the child is welcome, and as ma'am rightly mentioned, it is not judgmental. Every brain is unique and we respect it, right? So we need to help them to rework on their ideas, help them to be a main positive generative in ideas. And it should also help them to bring in that kind of doable solutions in a smaller manner, but also a doable manner. And the backbenchers, in fact, they wouldn't have even voiced out their opinion. That kind of that inferiority complex, or probably you might call it as introvert, but introvert is also extremely a very nurturable skill because it's an intrapersonal skill. So maybe they'll come up with some kind of visionary ideas, a spectrum of them, which may lead into possible solutions. So they want.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The 3 minutes were over. To summarize what you said, कुछ important points rather उसमें से पहला what you said was typically बच्चे के talent का एक platform कहीं ना कहीं किसी ना किसी तरीके से उसको मिल जाए, ताकि if he is really productive, if he is working on a very positive note, then उसको एक vent मिल जाए. अगर वो vent मिल गया तो अपने आप he'll get channelize his energies in the right way, igniting metacognition, cognitive level से एक next level और जाए ताकि ideation और better हो, उसकी तरफ से implementation की तरफ दिमाग और चलने लगे, and providing the right kind of platform या kind of atmosphere ताकि वो सारी चीजें उसे एक पॉजिटिव डायरेक्शन की तरफ आगे बढ़ाएं. मैनेजिंग स्ट्रेस, मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट जो सबसे क्रिटिकल चैलेंज टीनेज में होता है, whom to look up to, क्योंकि जिससे वो बात करने जाएंगे वो उससे that conversation gets converted into a teaching sermon. तो वो कॉन्वर्जेशन से sermon की जर्नी बहुत खराब है और वो हर कोई करने लगता है उनकी उम्र में. So that is where the challenge happens कि हमारा परसेप्शन एज एन एडल्ट उनके दिमाग में बहुत खराब होता है. तो वहां पे अपना परसेप्शन सुधार पाना एंड एट द सेम टाइम अपना एटीट्यूड चेंज कर पाना, ये दोनों साथ हो पाए, ये टीचर बहुत मुश्किल होता है कर पाए फॉर सच अ लार्ज ऑडियंस, क्योंकि क्लास के अंदर इतने सारे बच्चे एक साथ होते हैं कि ये दोनों चीजें बैलेंस कर पा के उतना सेंसिटिव हो पाना वुड बी अ चैलेंज. बट आई थिंक ये इस पे अब फोकस करना और ज्यादा जरूरी होगा व्हेन वी टेक द लॉकडाउन एंड द कोविड इनटू सिनेरियो, क्योंकि बच्चे काफी नेगेटिव माइंड फ्रेम में अभी बैठे हैं. उससे बाहर लाने के लिए बहुत अलग तरीके काम हमें और लगेंगे. वैल्यू सिस्टम्स की तरफ उन्हें एनकरेज करना कि दैट दे डेवलप देयर ओन वैल्यू सिस्टम, वो एक बड़ा चैलेंज है, क्योंकि हम वापस से उसमें थोपना शुरू कर देते हैं. यू नो, वी क्रिएट अ रूल बुक ऑफ वैल्यूज की यहाँ आपको टिक टिक करना ही है. लेट्स नॉट मेक अ चेकलिस्ट, rather give them an ecosystem ki okay, this is something that could help you through. And finally, the backbencher introvert, या what we call the backbencher syndrome. तो वो backbencher syndrome जो है वो actually बच्चे को नहीं है, वो हमें है, क्योंकि हमारा perception उनको देखने का समझने का खराब है. rather he would be quite talented, जो कि शायद बड़े होके हमें अपने आप समझ में आता है कि okay यार he had this which we could never figure out. So हमें I think adults को बहुत ज़्यादा काम करना होगा when we talk of empowering teens. Thank you so much, ma'am. Let me invite the next speaker for today, Mrs. Saima Khan, the founder director of Head Start Learning Academy from Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. Saima ma'am, over to you for the next 3 minutes. Please unmute your audio and a very warm welcome.
Thank you so much. Always an honor to be on your platform, Daksh, and of course with such great educators. Before I put in my points, I would like to just talk about what Rana ma'am said. Yes, everything should be in balance. Like as Gautam Buddha said, what is poison? He was asked. So he said, anything in excess is poison. So it can be love, it can be too much of discipline, it can be too much of rules, regulations. So very rightly said, ma'am. So let me now go ahead. I love that point actually, that everything should be balanced and we should be balanced as educators, open-minded, absolutely. So we should actually treat a teen, if we want the teen to live life to the fullest, treat him as unique, educated, Here I do not mean education by the way of books alone, mental education, inspired, and above all, what we are talking about, empowered. So what is empowerment? That we adults, as Doug said, we must understand. So truly empower youth, our society at large, and we educators in a very special manner. We have to be very intentional about the way our youth, our teens are incorporated into communities and organizations. We have to incorporate them in a very logical manner. So what does empowering means? It means include youth in decision making process, we all agree. Honor the voice of the youth, the teen. We always say तुम क्या जानोगे, बच्चे हो, experience नहीं, experience तो लेके हम बैठे हुए हैं. Very cliched terms which we should actually do away with, and understand and implement their honest opinion and ideas. We should give them that respect, and above all, we adults, we should be willing to share the adult power and privilege. मैं बड़ी हूँ should be done away with in order to make the community a better place for both the teens and for not the young ones like us. So when the youth are empowered, obviously they will have skills and they will have critical awareness, opportunities to positively impact not only their own lives, but lives of others around. Because just now we have to have that positivity all around. So once positivity comes in, there will be. According to psychological dimensions, youth empowerment actually examines 6 interdependent dimensions, that is psychological, community, organizational, economic, social, and cultural. So once all this is imbibed in them with us as a team, a youth will be very healthy. And what healthy you mean? He will have a positive sense of self-control. We have to have decision-making skills, moral system, and pro-social connect and not anti-social. And that will lead to teen empowerment, leads to a country empowered. So thank you so much. Jai Hind, and God bless all of us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Saima ma'am. And again, some of the points that we would take again ahead in the discussion. सबसे पहला, too much of everything is a poison. Yes, अति सर्वत्र वर्जयेत. बहुत प्लेटफॉर्म्स पर, बहुत सारे रिलीजियस टेक्स्ट में, बहुत सारी माइथोलॉजी में, बहुत सारी स्टोरीज में हमें ये बात बार-बार कही गई है. बट आई थिंक एज एडल्ट्स हम ये बात नहीं समझते और अपनी एडल्ट प्रिविलेज को हमेशा गलत इस्तेमाल करते हैं, जिस पे आपने काफी फोकस किया कि लेट्स शेयर दैट प्रिविलेज with these teenagers. If they have an honest opinion, if they have an honest idea, let them implement it, let them face the consequences. थोड़ा सा experimentation करने दीजिए, अपनी गलतियों से उन्हें मत डराइए. Let's not make them afraid. And most importantly, इसका जो अभी सबसे आप कह सकते हैं drastic effect देखने में अभी मिल रहा है during the lockdowns is most of these children have overdeveloped their vocabulary. वो बड़ों के जैसे बात करने लग गए हैं क्योंकि बड़ों के बीच में हैं. And as a generation ये रिस्क एवर्स हो गए हैं. इनको रिस्क टेकिंग इनके लिए बहुत मुश्किल हो गई है क्योंकि डर बहुत ज्यादा हो गया, एंजाइटी बहुत ज्यादा हो गई है. और ये शायद बड़ों के लिए एक सीखने का मौका है या समझने का मौका है कि वी शुड बी वेरी वेरी कॉशियस व्हेन वी टॉक टू देम, ताकि एटलीस्ट दे कैन अप्रिशिएट द ग्रेटनेस दैट लाइफ होल्ड्स फॉर देम इन द फ्यूचर rather than being very anxious, very reserved and trying to find security. क्योंकि एक बड़ी मेजर विडंबना है या पैराडॉक्स है कि कभी भी स्वतंत्रता और सुरक्षा एक साथ नहीं आते. ये दोनों अलग अलग ही चलते हैं. इनको हमेशा बैलेंस करना पड़ता है. They're never together. They might be parallels, but they're never together. So ये हमें समझना है. And finally, जिस बात पे आपने बात को conclude किया, pro-social connect, कि connecting them to the society in a positive way. Negative way में तो बहुत तरीके से connect हमने कर ही रखा है. वो ना करें और थोड़ा सा उसे और positive note की तरफ ले जाएं. मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है when we talk of empowering teens, we are always rather talking about disciplining the adults. So teen empowerment के अंदर adult अपने आप discipline हो जाता है. So let me invite the next speaker for today, Mr. Sunil Bhakare, the teacher trainer from CBSE, resource person at the Eklavya Model Residential School, Nasik, Maharashtra. Sunil ji, over to you for the next 3 minutes. Please unmute your audio and a very warm welcome.
Thank you very much. Very good evening to all the esteemed educators present over here, and also Bulb. This is a very golden opportunity for me to present myself, being an adolescence trainer for 10 years for CBSE and WHO, which was launched from 2006 to 2016. Dear friends, now first and foremost, let me tell you about the teens who are the adolescents actually, and they are actually going through this very crucial stage, because there is a kind of hormonal change, there is a physical, psychological, emotional, and social change that is taking place. We generally overlook all these things. So handling them is like molding a clay, or we can say handling a brittle glass. So it is a very typical task for both the parents also as well as the teachers also, and this is like a clapping hand kind of activity. So today we are handling the 21st century children, or 21st century teens, we can say. So when we are 3G and 4G, they are already 5G and 6G. Rightly, Dakshji has now said that these days within 1.5 years, they are almost like over matured, because they are being with the adults, they are more matured, because other time they are with their peers, they are with the same group of children. But now the drastic change has taken place during this kind of stage, that is the transition. I always call this as a transition, unexpected transition stage. So there are a few ways in which we can empower this team. Now, what is empowering? Actually, they are having the power, but we have to boost that power. That is nothing but empowering. So what we need to do is, don't do for them what they can do themselves. Most of the time, as a parent or as a teacher, even while teaching or in the house also, we do so many things for them which they already can do. So don't do the things which they themselves can do. This is a very important thing, and that is why they do not develop their cognitive skills or their intellectual skills or their motor skills, right? Most of the time we complain that they're very hyperactive. It is very natural that this is a growing stage, they will be hyperactive, but how to handle them skillfully is a very important task for each one of us. Most third important thing I'll tell you, that so most of the parents and the teachers, they'll complain that ye log sunte nahi, they don't listen to us. The reason is because we don't listen to them when they were small. If we listen to them when they're small, then they'll listen to you when they will be the elder ones, or when they are growing. So when they're talking to us, we just ignore them. And they feel, they have their concept in the mind that if somebody speaks to you, you have to just passively listen to him, say, ha, ha, yes, 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 and don't do anything. So in the near future also, they do the same thing. So we have to create the teenagers who are self-esteemed. They should be self-esteemed. And next important thing is, we generally have the objective and look towards the IQ development of these teenagers. But apart from IQ development, we never think about the emotional quotient. We never think about the creative quotient. We never think about the social quotient and happiness quotient. These are important. These are very important.
Thank you so much, Sunil. Sir, the 3 minutes were over. To again summarize and take some of the important points that you said, teens, talking to teens, or rather molding teens or empowering them, is typically handling brittle glass. ये बहुत अच्छी एनालॉजी है, बिकॉज उसको मोल्ड करने में हमेशा कहीं ना कोई चोटिल हो जाता है, किसी न किसी तरीके से चोट लग जाती है. सो वी हैव टू बी वेरी वेरी केयरफुल व्हेन वी डू इट, एंड रादर वो हमें बहुत ज्यादा हद तक एम्यूलेट कर रहे होते हैं. तो व्हेनेवर दे you avoid them, they learn how to avoid you. So don't teach them that. And when you don't want to teach them that, avoid that kind of a behavior as an adult yourself. Finally, abhi jo pura ek major transition hua, that they all became adults very early, बहुत कम समय के अंदर उनकी vocabulary, understanding, thought process सब कुछ change हो गया. So I think when we reorient or reopen these schools and want them again back in the system of things, उस समय पर in our reorientation strategy, rekindling their teenage should be a part of our complete process of reorientation, कि जहां पे हम उन्हें वापस से शायद थोड़ा बचपन वापस इंट्रोड्यूस करा पाए. एंड फाइनली, डोंट इग्नोर देयर थॉट्स. आप अवॉइड करेंगे, आप इग्नोर करेंगे, वो आपको अवॉइड और आपको इग्नोर करेंगे. एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली, रिमेंबर, दे आर द वंस whom you'll need in the future. आपके लिए तो ऑलरेडी समय हो चुका है. Now it's their generation, so give all the priority, all the time, all the attention to them. Most importantly, जहां पे बात शुरू भी हुई थी, आराधना मैम ने बहुत अच्छा एक पॉइंट कहा भी था, that हर चीज का हमें कहीं ना कहीं बैलेंस निकालना होगा. बहुत ज्यादा कंट्रोल भी नहीं, बहुत ज्यादा इंडिपेंडेंस भी नहीं, लेकिन वही स्वीट स्पॉट कौन सा है वो आइडेंटिफाई कर पाना इज समथिंग दैट्स नॉट एम्पेरिकली पॉसिबल. एंड वहीं आके मेजर एडल्ट्स अटक जाते हैं, बिकॉज दिस इज समथिंग दैट्स क्वाइट सब्जेक्टिव. We'll again have to figure out more and more ways and means to make it more empirical, more data-driven. Let me invite the next speaker for today, Dr. Nirkesh Sharma, the founder and MD at Indian International Teachers Association from Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. Nirkesh, over to you for the next 3 minutes. Please unmute your audio and a very warm welcome.
So I think today all the speakers have mentioned the points very clearly. Still, I want to mention some more points. So for that, I will stop video calling and just keep the mic on. So please listen carefully. Actually, to empower is to infuse with power or ability. We can empower our teenagers to be thinking, discerning, caring individuals capable of making good choices in all areas of their life. According to me, the first thing is that we must have trust on them. Giving our kids the chance to be trustworthy is a powerful tool to help them trust their own instincts and abilities, discuss expectations and limits, build on their past successes with being trustworthy, and increase opportunities to show how responsible they are. Just as importantly, trust in your parents' skilling that you have taught them right from wrong and the skills they need to be trustworthy. Let them make decisions as they get older. Kids should have the chance to make decisions that affect their lives. Give them opportunities whenever possible. Help them work through the pros and cons of more difficult choices in order to build decision-making skills. As they get older and are faced with more outside influences, they will need to be able to discern what's good for them and what's not. Gradually, involving them more and more in decision about their own lives will strengthen their ability to do so. Let them have consequences. One of the most powerful ways that human beings learn is from our own mistakes. Arguably, the only way we truly learn on a deep level when our teenagers make a poor choice, we have to resist the urge to jump in and smooth things over. Instead, we must let them experience the consequences. They need to know that when they made a choice, they are also accepting the consequences of that choice, good or bad. They will grow and mature as a result of their own experience, just as we have.
Thank you so much, Nirkesh. The 3 minutes are over. Let me invite the next speaker for today, Dr. Syed Hamid, the Director of Academics at MS Education Academy, Hyderabad, Telangana. Syed, sir, over to you for the next 3 minutes. Please unmute your audio and a very warm welcome.
Yeah, good evening. I'm sorry, I think Corona was interfering. I was not able to get in. Thank you so much once again for your team carrying out such a marathon exercise of teaching learning. Yeah, straight away I go to this particular stage called teen stage, or what we call in colleges of education, adolescents. UNO describes all those children between 10 to 20 are teens now, 10 to 20. So these children who are in the transition, they are neither children nor adults. So not a child, not an adult. We need to understand sometimes they are behaving like small children, sometimes they are behaving like adults, and sometimes they do not know because they are passing through, as already my senior colleagues said, a very impulsive stage. They are passing through very stressful and full of storm. A kind of turbulent period is there before them, and they are passing through that. So when they are facing these problems, they sometimes become very impulsive. So to empower them, we need to understand them and their needs. That's all. And their growth and things that happen could be explained to them. All over the world, out of all 5 road accidents, 2 are these teenage children. Out of 5 accidents, 2 are the adolescent children, the teenagers, because they are adventurous in nature at that stage. They are unaware of danger and they face number of problems, and only empathetic touch, physical touch by the teachers, If mother touches the daughter and father hugs the son, nothing wrong. And now and then, even hugging them and also telling them that we love you, my dear child, or we love you, my dear children. This will make them grow as individuals or as all-round development individuals. Their emotional development is one thing that teachers and parents have to take care. Having said this, I tell all my colleagues, teachers, parents, that they are very sensitive people. Sometimes they may give a wrong kind of, ulta answer, or may give back something to the teacher or parents. Let them not react to the child, but give them some time and then call him alone, one-to-one, face-to-face, separately explain that what he did outside or what the way he behaved was not acceptable. So adolescent children are very sensitive and passing through stress and storm period and turbulent period. I request everyone to give them a lot of importance to these children so that they become wonderful citizens in this country. Thank you very much, Gaur.
Thank you so much, Syed sir. And yes, the important points that you've taken out from this, that 10 से 10 साल की उम्र से लेके 20 साल की उम्र तक सब जने teenagers हैं, because that's the new UN definition. And yes, इस तरफ बहुत सारी बातें हो रही है. 13 से 19 की age range बढ़ती जा रही है कहीं ना कहीं, because हमारे changes and humans में वो changes या teenage में वो changes अब typically when we talk of the physical changes, उसका समय या lapse थोड़ा सा बढ़ा है. What the recent studies have actually shown. Not a child, not an adult. इसी वजह से वो किसी कैटेगरी में फॉल नहीं करता है, इस वजह से उसकी प्रिविलेजेस घट जाती हैं. एंड ऐसे समय पे ही गेट्स मोर एंड मोर एंग्शियस एंड वी एज एडल्ट्स नीड टू गेट मोर एंड मोर रिस्पांसिबल विद देम. मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंटली जिस बात पे आपने कंक्लूड किया, लेट्स नॉट रिएक्ट, लेट्स एक्ट. कि जहां जहां बच्चों से कभी कुछ ऐसा हो जाए, कोई नेगेटिव इंपल्स वापस आपकी तरफ आ जाए, try not to react to it and handle it one-on-one so that बच्चा उसका एक positive outcome लेकर के उस process से बाहर निकले. Thank you so much, Syed sir. Let me invite the next speaker for today, Mrs. Pooja Sharma, the principal of Podar World School from Vadodara, Gujarat. Pooja ma'am, over to you for the next 3 minutes. Please unmute your audio and a very warm welcome.
Namaskar sabhi ko. So many things have been spoken regarding that how to empower the teens. I myself is the mother of 2 teenage children. One is 16, the other one is 17. One is a girl and one is a boy. So the mood swings and the kind of an attitude change, even though I'm sitting at home, like this pandemic has made us to sit at homes, I'm observing everything firsthand. So empowering the teens, the first thing that I have learned with the experience, not only of my children, but the children who are there at school also, that we have to be non-judgmental. They do not like the people to judge them of their one action or something which they have done. That does not, I believe that not only for teens, but specifically for teens, that one of your actions does not define you. And that's what the teenagers also believe, and they do not like that the people judge them. So the most important thing is that they do not want the people to judge them, and therefore in order to empower them, we have to be non-judgmental. That is the most important thing. Secondly, which I believe is that for the teenagers, as the previous educator has already said, that they do not like to be spoken, or when our opinion and their opinion do not match, then it is better to keep quiet for a while and then call them alone and then speak to them and to discuss with them that why their opinions are different or what is wrong with them. So one thing is that for them, prestige is very, very important. For them, respect is very important. They do not like to be scolded in front of anyone. they feel like the peer pressure which is there amongst the children, they are quite aware of that, and that is a lot of pressure on them, and that is why when they are scolded in front of many, they feel quite disrespected and insulted.
Thank you so much, Pooja ma'am. The 3 minutes are over. लेकिन आपने कुछ बहुत important points कहे, मैं उनको I'll try to bring them together, क्योंकि आपने एक तो first hand experience brought to the table with handling 2 teenagers at home and at the same time handling many teenagers at school. So पहला mood swings जो first hand handle करने ही होते हैं, and when we have to handle them in a big mass या in a classroom, तो चैलेंज और रेस टू द पावर 100 हो जाता है कि उसे हैंडल करना बहुत टिपिकल होता है. फाइनली बीइंग नॉन जजमेंटल, ये एक फैक्टर है जो बहुत परसिस्टेंटली सभी स्पीकर्स ने कहा है कि लेट्स नॉट जज देयर एक्शंस. वो एक कोई एक्शन उसकी पर्सनालिटी को डिफाइन नहीं कर देता, एंड दिस इज व्हाट ऑफेंड्स देम द मोस्ट, क्योंकि हम बहुत ज्यादा जजमेंटल हो जाते हैं. हम तुरंत उन्हें किसी ना किसी कैटेगरी, किसी ना किसी साइलो में फिट करना चाहते हैं कि या तो ये बैक बेंचर है, या ये बदमाश है, या ये इनोवेटिव है, या ये बहुत अच्छा है. उन्हें अभी वो टैग नहीं चाहिए. They are right now in the transition and they want to be respected just for that transition, कि उन्हें बार बार किसी न किसी कैटेगरी में कैटेगराइज ना किया जाए. And finally, prestige and self-esteem is very important to them, because अभी उनके लिए वो सबसे बड़ा asset है to cling on to, and यहीं से they start developing a sense of what does pride or self-image or self-esteem really mean. So thank you so much, Pooja ma'am. Let me invite the next speaker for today, Mrs. Tamanna Rahman, Operations and Public Relations Head at the Springdale International School from Guwahati, Assam. Tamanna ma'am, over to you for the next 3 minutes. Please unmute your audio and a very warm welcome.
Namaskar. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, Daksh, for giving me again an opportunity to speak in your platform. And you have been doing a wonderful work where people are coming together and sharing their experiences, opinion, and which is also it's benefiting everyone. So prior to my chance, I think all my co-panelists have already spoken the important points. So, our topic today is, empowering the teenagers is exactly not an easy task for anyone, but to some extent, the way everyone has said that we cannot judge them, we cannot put forward our opinion on them, but at least we are somehow, being elders or seniors or experienced people, we have some responsibility to help them understand their role and how they will be the future generation for the country. So yes, before also a few of our speakers, like they have said, what we feel that they are grown over proportion, proportion to their age, because the source of information and also the resources is open suddenly. So, when after the pandemic, the whole process has become virtual and classes are there online. So they're getting information from different resource, different platform. So, I mean, even they are overloaded with information and they are behaving in a different way, but not to their age. So yes, I would say what we are practicing in our school is that we are giving them their space. We are trying to listen to them to the extent we can, trying to build up confidence in few students who is lacking on that part. And also we are helping them to understand how they have to take the risk, because they are seeing everything. Because now what's happening, even the teenagers, when they are back home, they can see their parents struggling. Maybe the monetary struggle, maybe the business struggle, maybe the work-life struggle, which they were unaware of. Which generally any teenagers, when they grow up to their mid-20s, maybe they understand what is responsibility and how their parents are handling that. Maybe those things are also very stressful to them. So, we should, what we are trying to do is like give them a space to speak whatever they want to, so that we can understand. And I will not prolong, because all the points are already put forward by other panelists. And one more important thing is that we have to behave as seniors or as management, as teachers, as per the situation, and help them overcome this situation, and help them interact with us whenever they want. And as all my seniors, almost whoever has spoken has covered all the points, but this is what I want to say and conclude this today.
Thank you so much, Tamanna ma'am. And yes, they are right now prone to a lot of information coming from multiple sources. And अभी तक information was the deterrent कि क्योंकि आपके पास information नहीं है, क्योंकि जो adult है वो information की repository है, so keep listening to them. तो वो एक factor अब खत्म हो गया because now information is available and that adult is no more that sage on the stage जो एक ऐसा cliche term बन गया है where we talk to teachers when we talk to them that they are not the repository of knowledge anymore. But what we should remember as teachers, as educators, as school leaders, you might not be the repository of all the educational content in the world, but you are the repository of wisdom. And वो knowledge का जो core essence है, वो आपके पास से ही बच्चे के पास transcend होना है, and the Googles of the world cannot transcend that. And वो ऐसी एक skill है जिस पे we as institutions, as individuals should focus more upon. Just to give you an example that comes out from the Indian mythology, अभी हमने इतनी सारी बातचीत में what we could understand that one of the critical factors that's important in empowering teens is to discipline the adult. And when we try to discipline the adult, उसमें शायद एक factor है जिसको हमें बदलना होगा और शायद drastically बदलना होगा that let's not be judgmental. If you look at Indian mythology, this example comes from one of the gods. The one of the god of death is Yam, and he himself is the god of accounting. So as per Indian mythology, or what you say, the Hindu mythology, being judgmental is encouraging death. Death or judgment, इनको बराबर consider किया गया है. So as individual, stop judging everything at every point of time, not just teenagers. क्योंकि accounting यही करती है, वो हर चीज को judge करती है. So let's not judge. And just to give it a little more of context and little more of referencing to it, if you all know, Diwali के पांचवें दिन, which is one of the important festivals in India, on the 5th day of Diwali, when it's Bhai Dooj it's colloquially known as Bhai Dooj. If you look at the textual name of it or the contextual name of it, it's known as Yam Dvitiya. That Yam Dvitiya is when Yama comes to your home to see how are you treating her sister, because Lakshmi ji is the sister of Yam. So remember, if you want to keep Lakshmi well, never be judgmental, never judge, because if you become judgmental, Yama will take away Lakshmi, she will take away her sister. So always remember कि आप जहाँ judgmental हो गए, वहाँ आपने पूरा काम खराब कर दिया. You typically lose prosperity, you lose peace, you lose tranquility, which should never happen. So एक ये factor या एक ये learning भी अगर इस talk से बाहर निकल गई, तो ये बहुत बड़ी चीज होगी that let's not be judgmental in any case. Now, before this call comes to an end, let's go to the core essence of where the complete process actually came from. It came from Blub World. The idea was pretty simple कि teenagers वो हैं जिनके पास सारी information है, जो अपने attitude से सबको परेशान करे हुए हैं, जिनको control कर पाना मुश्किल है. So that's where the simple idea came. Then when we cannot control them, when we cannot stimulate them, let's inspire them. And the only way to inspire them most effectively was to tell them stories of their own peers. So वैसी ही एक story आपके लिए आज. I'm talking about a teenager who's right now a millionaire, lives in the US. पढ़ने का थोड़ा बहुत शौक था, but candy बनाने का शौक था, टॉफीज बनाने का शौक था. अपने होम किचन में वो टॉफीज बनाना शुरू किया. बनाते बनाते she became a millionaire. अब आज की तारीख में she is a dancer, she is a surfer, and most importantly, वो जो घर में कैंडी बनानी शुरू करी थी, वो कैंडी आज दुनिया की सबसे बड़ी रिटेल चेन वॉलमार्ट के दुनिया भर के स्टोर्स में अवेलेबल है. एंड वी कॉल दैट ए टीनेजर द कैंडीप्रेन्योर, एंड दैट्स एलिना मॉस फ्रॉम द यूएस. एंड ऐसे ही बच्चों को, इस तरीके के बच्चों का एटीट्यूड को ट्रांसेंड करने के लिए, ताकि बहुत सारे टीनेजर्स दुनिया भर में इन चीजों से इफेक्ट हो, इम्पैक्ट हो और कुछ ना कुछ अच्छा करें, ब्लब वर्ल्ड इज ट्राइंग टू एस्टैब्लिश द वर्ल्ड्स फर्स्ट एक्सक्लूसिव टीन पार्लियामेंट. We are trying to build the World Teen Parliament, जहां हम दुनिया भर के टीनेजर्स को एक साथ एक प्लेटफॉर्म पर लाने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. In the month of March, UNESCO became an official partner with the World Teen Parliament. They are helping us increase participation to the platform. The idea is to find 100 teenagers from across the world to become members of Parliament to the world's first exclusive Teen Parliament. And most importantly, as a concept, the World Teen Parliament is very different from the MUNs and the different youth parliaments that you know. This is not a debating platform. It's an idea to investment platform. So if your teenager, if your student has an innovative solution to a local or a global problem, this is his platform to put his idea here, and he might get his idea funded. The complete activity is absolutely free for everybody, and what we simply dream is to have every single teenager on the face of the earth to be a part of the World Teen Parliament in some or the other way, because this is the maximum power that we could give to them, and I hope this gets used positively in a positive way, and wo karne ke liye we'll need a lot of help from a lot of people. So I invite all the school leaders on this call as well to help the World Teen Parliament increase participation, reach out to every single teenager that you might know, and remember, never get judgmental. Thank you so much, everybody, for being a part of the Blub World Web Talks 130th episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, and if you want to attend the future sessions, open your audio, say a big yes, and thank you so much for participating, people. Namaste. Thank you.
Yes, and thank you so much. Yes.
Yes, God bless you. Stay safe, everyone. God bless you.
Yes, Daksh. Thank you.
Thank you all the panelists, and thank you, Daksh.
Thank you so much, people.
Thank you all the participants, to all the participants also. Thank you.